Welcome, kayak anglers. You are tuning into the Paddle and Fin Podcast Network, kayak fishing's best network of shows with great hosts covering all things kayak fishing, bringing you special guests covering topics such as shore fishing, river trips, gear reviews, angler profiles, tournament news, and more. Sit back, relax. Let's do this.
Jason the 20-Incher Susquehanna River podcast is proudly partnered with these great companies. Railblazer, think outside the tackle box. Achigan brand, the official brand for smallmouth bass. Kayak cushion for them long days on the water. Ken's Jigs, need a custom jig? Don't look any further. Thanks for watching. Welcome to the show. Could this be the 20? I don't know. Whoa. I don't know what happened there, Sean. That was a little crazy.
Yeah, my touchpad's not working, so I couldn't stop the movie.
For somebody that's in IT, you know, that should be a priority.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
So what's been going on, Sean? I know you were away for a while. What happened? Where you been?
I just got done with my week as a camp counselor at Pocono church camp. It's a United Methodist Church camp up in the Poconos. I've been doing it. This is my 11th year as a camp counselor. So just got back from an amazing week up there. A little wiped out and tired, but other than that, I'm full in other ways for sure. So it was an amazing week.
Yeah, you had some pretty good weather this week. I mean, we had a little bit of like thunderstorms here and there, but the weather was pretty good all week.
Yeah. For the most part, I think we only right before the parents picked up, it poured for like 2 hours. But other than that, it was really good weather all week. It was hotter there than it normally is. But all in all, I can't complain at all. So
yeah, nice. Well, you know, while you were gone, I went and won an event.
I heard. I couldn't wait to hear, the full story of that, but it sounds amazing. I mean, congrats, dude. That's it wasn't just a little tournament. That was quite a chunk of change you took home. So
yeah, it was very interesting day. I'll tell you that. You know, I got to the boat ramp probably 30 minutes before lines in, and there was nobody there. And I'm thinking like, oh man, this is either a really good sign or a really bad sign, and I launched, and I think I sat there for about 15 minutes with my power pole down, just waiting for the time for lines in. And I'm just thinking through my head and, what to do and stuff. And I said a prayer and, keep me safe on the water, that kind of thing. And my family and my friends and all that stuff. And then I think like the fourth or fifth cast, I had a 19.5-incher, and I was like, oh boy, here we go.
Here we go, man.
And I think by 9 o'clock in the morning, I had over 90 inches. And I know at one point I looked at the leaderboard and I was tied for first with Sean Crawford from Virginia. And he had the bigger fish by 1/4 of an inch. So he was actually sitting in first place. And I just kept, my buddies like Larry Okonski and Mickey Forbes were texting me saying, "Yo, just keep your head down and fish. Don't get spun out," And they were keeping me focused. And I just went, and I I think my smallest fish was 18 and a quarter at that time. And I wound up catching a 19 and a quarter right after that. And it put me in the lead. And you know how they shut the leaderboard off an hour before lines out. So you don't know if anybody upgraded in that hour until you get to the awards and find out. And man, it was the most stressful 3 hours after that because I didn't know what happened. And, you know, you hear people talk at awards before they actually announce it. And they were saying that they didn't upgrade or anything like that. And I was just like, oh my God, this is awesome. I've been fishing MAKBF for, I think this might only be my second year. But there's so many sticks in that league there that it is like so hard to win. And when I finally did it, I was just like, wow, this was so cool. And I think I wound up taking home like $1,300 and a trophy, and I got some good points for AOI. I'm really not in the running for AOI, but you know, it felt good. So a lot of people are having some connection problems here, but we're going to get into the river levels real quick. Enough talk about the tournament. I did wind up with 96 and a quarter inches, which was probably, well, I know it was my best day on the river. So before that, my best day ever was 90 inches. So I crushed it. It was an awesome experience. And I award all that to my Lord and Savior. He was with me yesterday, and it was awesome. So we're going to start off with, who do we got first? Harrisburg. The river levels in Harrisburg right now are sitting at 3 feet 99, 3.99 feet. So it's from being on the river yesterday, it's getting to normal pool. Looks like we did have a little bit of a jump sometime today, but then it came back down. So that was Harrisburg. And then we go to Lewisburg, which is the West Branch. The West Branch is sitting at 2.72 feet right now, kind of leveling out. So that's good. And it's good to see the water clarity yesterday was starting to clear up a bit. We don't have that chocolate milk anymore, so that's good. Next, we have Marietta. Marietta's sitting at 35.15 feet right now. And it looks like they're got a little bit of an upswing going on, just a little bit right now. So, and then the last one we have here is Towanda, and Towanda's sitting at 1 foot right now. So, yeah, we finally are getting some decent river levels here, so we can get out on the kayaks and fish our wonderful river we have here in our backyard, Sean.
Yeah. My bad. I think my technical difficulties might be over. I had my laptop blue screens, but now it's acting a little better. I have my mouse again and all that fun stuff.
Oh, it's all good. All right, so we did the river levels. We'll get into the photos that people send in, and the photos are brought to you by Achigan brand, the official brand of smallmouth bass.
Free the fighter.
Free the fighter. All right, so our first photo is Jake Hausman. Jake Hausman with another tank, of course. And it looks like he's on Joe Raymond's boat. That might be nice. Joe Raymond.
I think they teamed up for a tournament, if I remember reading that somewhere.
Yeah, and I think they won.
Yeah. Agreed.
So that might be one of the fish that got him in there. All right, and the next one, you want to do that one, Sean?
Yep. Next one is going to be Dan Worley.
Yeah, and that's
I guess that's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
that's not Dan Worley, I hope. But
and that was today, actually.
Okay.
He messaged me that was today, so that's a tank of a fish he caught.
Heck yeah.
All right, and then the next one we have is Austin Noble. That's a nice looking fish.
Yes, sir.
Healthy looking fish.
After Austin, we have Josh Weinbrenner.
Joshua
is bubbling up there. Nice.
Joshua with a double. Good job, buddy. I talked to him yesterday, and he was all excited for me, and we spoke about the Lord and everything. He's a cool cat, man. He's a really cool dude.
He definitely.
He was telling me he He qualified for, I forget what it was, Bass Nation or some tournament of champion that he qualified for 2 years in a row now. So congratulations, Josh, man. You deserve it, brother. Next we have JP Poole. JP Poole with another beautiful Susquehanna smallmouth.
JP staying on him. That's good to see.
Looks like he's staying on him. Nice hat, JP.
Next up, we have our buddy from Kayak Anglers, Rich Ferlini, with a tiny little baby bass. Rich is going to be coming down to fish with us this coming weekend, and I'm looking forward to seeing him and seeing how he does fish in our waters.
Well, you know, I think that was on our waters, and from the looks of it, I don't know, Rich. Next, we have Scotty Hepner, which is he's a regular here on Chasing the 20-inchers. He likes them greenfish though. He catches them. He catches some big greenfish, man.
Yeah.
Good job, Scotty. Thanks for sending that in.
Next up, we have my pick from camp. That was one of the fish at camp that we caught. So
another greenfish. That's a big one, Sean.
Yeah, there was a bunch. And it's such a low pressure lake because it's private property and not anybody can fish it. So,
oh, nice.
That was one of many fish that we caught this weekend. And I wish I could share pictures of the campers, but they have like a thing we sign saying that we can't post pictures that they of them. So, just trust me, my phone is filled with campers with holding fish as well, and nice. It was a good time. So,
and then this is one of my photos from yesterday. One of the big fish that I was in my bag.
It's amazing you caught that many 19-inchers and didn't stumble on a 20.
You know, I got a curse, brother, and that's the name of the show, Chasing the 20s. Even Mickey messaged me yesterday at 9:00 in the morning. He said, dude, why don't you have a 20-incher? Like, what's going on? I had 3 19.5s or something like that. And I'm like, I couldn't tell you how many times when I set the hook that I thought I had a 20-incher yesterday. I lost two giants, Sean, like set the hook, fight them, and then just start reeling, and there's nothing there. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I had another one jump off right at the end of the day, another big one. But probably wouldn't have helped me because my smallest was 18 3/4. So
yeah.
Anyhow, so those are our photos. Thanks for everybody for sending them in. We're gonna get into the show. Looks like we have Sarah Dropkin from Blue Mountain Outfitters. Looks like her connection might be a little messed up. Oh, there she is.
She got back on.
So we're gonna bring her on, and then right after she talks about what's going on with Blue Mountain Outfitters, we have Mike Acord coming on to talk about the SFT Kayak Classic that's coming up September 20th on the Susquehanna River. And if we get 150 anglers for this tournament, the first place payout will be $10,000, guys.
That's crazy.
So you might want to sign up for this one. So, Sean, you want to bring Sarah in, and we'll talk to her about. And by the way, she is the new owner of Blue Mountain Outfitters. Welcome to the show, Sarah. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So Sarah is the new owner of Blue Mountain Outfitters, and we wanted to bring her on because she's a partner of Chasing the 20-inchers, and we wanted to talk a little bit about what she's got going on in the shop, what kind of kayaks she sells there, accessories, all that stuff. So if you want to, Sarah, go ahead and start talking about all your products and stuff like that you have in the shop.
Yeah, I'm kind of standing in front of some of our kayaks. We have more in sheds for the people who have been here. We have quite a few in stock. But we do a lot with Bonafide, Native Watercraft, and then New Canoe is one in the back. So sell a lot of those. I know you have one of the PWRs from Bonafide.
Yep.
And pretty much all the accessories to go with it. So I can take you through the store. I've been here since 2003, which was kind of the start of kayak fishing. In some ways, people were still using sit-in kayaks, and there were no angler packages. Now we carry a lot of the bending branches paddles, from the aluminum to the full carbon shafts for the people that are looking for something really lightweight. Although I know a lot of you are motoring and not using your paddles as much. And then probably the biggest thing would be I call it our sea of orange.
Yep.
But basically all of the Yak Attack stuff that you could ever need, including the gear tracks and all the different accessories. We don't have any currently, but also anchor wizards, which a lot of you have. And can also, we're starting to get more into motors. That's one of my goals. I've installed at least one Torpedo, probably a couple, and then also some Newport, one of the 180 Pro new Newport motors. So I can do the installations for those, or we can just.
I got my foot control steering from you guys too. So
Okay.
Yeah, the
we have
Wizard.
the new FCS, which I guess is way better with the ball bearings than the.
Oh, it's a game changer. That's a game changer. You're a Newport dealer, aren't you?
We are, as of a month or so ago. That was one of my first kind of acquisition dealerships.
Okay.
Cool.
And what about Torpedo? You still sell them too, or no?
Yeah. We don't really stock them currently. We can order, but in the future, I'd like to stock at least a model or two. Not anything crazy, but
Yeah.
that way they would be on hand. So
nice. And you do have a website that's like almost finished that people can go on there and purchase things and shipping and stuff like that.
Yeah, our current website is probably from the 90s and just has been kind of upgraded throughout. So I did get my first edit back on the website, so it should be up soon, just to kind of make things a little more modern. And then also, we've never really had an electronic inventory, so
I'm sure that's helpful.
Website I have to inventory every have to get the online store up and running.
Right. You guys also do like guided trips, don't you? Or something like floats, some kind of floats or something like that.
We do rentals, and we do have some of the fishing kayaks in our rental specifically, so they can ask to rent them if you're not sure, but we don't do any pedal or motor boats in a rental. And then we can take that rental price back towards the purchase price. I don't currently have any kayak fishing guides, but if anybody's interested, feel free to message me.
There you go, guys.
But
you guys like, do you still do like, I thought you guys did like the pickup and drop off type thing where somebody wanted to do a
shuttle?
Yeah, like a shuttle.
Yeah, we do private boat shuttles. We usually stick to the middle section of the Susquehanna, and then also do some Juniata trips.
Nice.
But with the fishermen, we do a reverse shuttle because you guys we open at 10 a.m. Yeah. You guys are earlier.
Our day's almost over by then. We're launching at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah. So we'll take you up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon back to your car at the end of the day to get out early.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, so well, congratulations on your new store, Sarah. And,
thank you.
We appreciate you being a partner with Chasing the 20 Inchers. And did you want to mention if any of the customers come in that want to? Yeah,
once I do have the online store, I'll send Carlisle a link to some sort of a discount code. But as for now, if you stop in the store and buy any accessories, we'll give you 15% off. You just have to mention
Chasing
the show.
20 Inchers. Yeah. Nice.
Well,
I know I bought my kayak up there, my newer kayak, back in February, and I got some accessories for it from them, and it didn't take long. they didn't have the one I wanted in stock, and basically took like a week. I got my kayak, and I got the foot steering, and I got an anchor wizard, and the you guys did an excellent job with everything. My kayak there was no scratches or anything on it. So guys, if you're looking for a kayak or any kind of accessories, let's support our local shops and go up to Blue Mountain Outfitters and help them out also. And if you had mentioned chasing the 20-inchers, you can get some discounts on some of their accessories. So we appreciate you coming on, Sarah. Thank you so much. Congratulations, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Sarah.
Yeah, have a good one.
All right, thank you. All right, well, there you go. If any of you guys plan on starting a fishing guide business out of a kayak, you might want to talk to Sarah.
I'm probably gonna have to make a trip up there to get another anchor wizard.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the pay would be or anything like that, but it'd be fun. It would be a fun job for sure.
Oh man, that would be an amazing job.
All right, well, this is the moment that everybody's been asking questions to me about, and everybody's been waiting for. We're gonna bring on one of the owners of Susquehanna Fish and Tackle, Mike Akeworth, to talk about this huge tournament coming up in September. Mike, how you doing, buddy?
My gosh, Carlisle, you brought home the big check, brother.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, pal, man. I you know what? I remember the first time I met you, 4 or 5 years ago, and you were just cracking into this crazy sport that we have. And man, you were hungry, you were learning, you were asking a bunch of questions, and man, look at you now. You're winning big derbs and taking home the big checks and the trophies, man. Congratulations, pal. That's a great win against some stacked.
Oh, stacked,
a stacked field, man. I tell you, I just love seeing customers of ours just doing really well. It does my heart well. And man, you deserve it. You're working real hard. And Sean, good seeing you, buddy. You guys got a great show here, and thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate you very much.
Yeah, and Mike, you guys played a big part in my success too, because I'd come in there and ask questions to you guys, basically about not so much about baits, but about fishing the river, and I learned a lot from you guys and your show every Thursday night.
Yeah, I was going to say he's no stranger to podcasts because
I mean.
Well,
guys, if you want to learn anything about the Susquehanna River, just tune into Tackle Talk.
Tackle Shop Live. Yeah,
Tackle Shop
Live every Thursday night at 7:00.
Yeah.
Facebook and YouTube. But hey, listen, we've been in business for 36 years, and over those years, we've learned a lot of stuff from a lot of different people. We were blessed to fish with some of the best in the world, and to get to know them and have dinner with them, through our business. And I'm like a sponge, man. I when I go to dinner with somebody that's a high class, high level fisherman, I am asking questions and I am getting answers, and I'm going to take those answers and I'm going to go apply them to what I do. And that's the way we learned. And then we took that over and we bring it into our shop, as you well know that we're very free with our information because we've learned it, and we want to pass it on to our customers, and we want them to do well. One of our slogans is, we want you to catch more fish, and that's why we do what we do. And I love seeing our peoples, man, doing great. Yeah. And there's a lot of our customers that are really hammers, and they do really, really good. Not because of us, but just because of their sponges. Also, they just take in the information and apply it to how they fish, and it's just awesome to see that.
Awesome.
Well, I think your seminars. You guys do a lot of seminars, and those are amazing. You guys have some huge names, and have had it's standing room only at most of those. When you're getting that kind of turnout, you're doing something right, I think.
Well, that goes along with the part of learning, So, we go to our vendors at ICAST, which starts next week. We're going to be down there beating them up for a bunch of more guys to come and do their seminars at our Bass Fest in January, and again in March at our Cabin Fever sale. And it's all part of the education aspect of our store. We want to educate as much as we can. And, why not then from the best in the world? Why not get the tidbits of information from the best in the world? We had a podcast the other night from Greg DePalma. And, man, if you just listen to that podcast and listen to him talk, the little tiny things it just blows you away. And if you pick up on those little tiny details, today I was fishing a tournament down on the Conowinga Pool, and I had to go rig a jig with a chunk trailer, and he just said something about rigging this chunk trailer a certain way that it would last longer and hold on better. And I first thing I did, man, I rigged it up the way he told me to rig it, and I mean it was just so simple. It was such an easy, simple thing, but I never thought of it before that way. And my chunk held on through the grass. Didn't pull back real easy, I got a lot more use out of it, and it didn't catch any fish on it, but it didn't fall off my jig.
I did that yesterday. I rigged up a chatterbait with a I think it was a Z-Man something for a trailer, and I remember Greg saying that on your show about twisting it. He twists it on there so you don't have that rip gone through it. Well, Z-Man stuff isn't easy to rip anyway, but I got it on there good, and I thought about that, and I was like, man, that's going to stay on there pretty dang good.
That was a great tip, man. I loved it. I was like, what? It blew my mind because it was so simple, but yet, we never thought about it. So
that's
what it's all about.
You were blown away when I seen your reaction.
I love that kind of stuff, man. I just dig it. I dig it. Yeah.
So we know you guys have been doing boat tournaments for pretty many years now, and you get some great turnouts, really great turnouts down in the Chesapeake Bay, and you guys are sliding into the kayak scene, and there's rumors going around that this is going to be one of the biggest kayak tournaments on the Susquehanna, and the payout, if we get to a certain number of anglers, it's going to be a $10,000 payout, and it's sponsored by 13 Fishing. So, and also we're hearing rumors that if you sign up, you get a free fishing rod.
Of course. I mean, that's part of our gig, is we want to get as many people into the sport as possible. And, the more fishermen that are out there and fishing, the better off it is for everybody. This whole sport, there's more money into all the avenues that make fishing better. And of course, I'm in business, so it helps me out too. But it's good for everybody. And but it really our SummerSlam tournament has been just going crazy the last several years. We've been doing it, I think, for about 17 years now. And last year we had I wanted 200 boats, but we got 199. Missed it by one, but that tournament is a purchase of tackle to get into the tournament. So essentially, everybody's a winner.
Yeah,
you fished a tournament, and when you leave and you had a bad day like I had today, we all have them. I wasn't out, you're not out your $150 like I was today. You got your tackle to keep and to fish with for however long you have it, so that's what we wanted to kind of bring that forward into the kayak world. We were slow to come into the kayak world. We love you guys to death. And
I was going to ask how it came about. Like, did you have a lot of requests or?
No, not really. I mean, we had people ask about it, but we just didn't know how to really break into it, and we're really busy and that kind of stuff. But it was more just to show that the kayak world is we're dead serious about it. We love you guys. You guys are hardcore freaking fishermen. I mean, hardcore. The way you guys go about what you do and how you do it, and the fish you guys catch is just great. So we thought, there's a lot of events that are going around. Why don't we put the SFT twist on it, and see what we can come up with. Now, not everybody jumps on board on everything, so it takes a little bit of time to put together. But we were very fortunate to strike a deal with 13 Fishing this year. It's which is cool because they were all about this grassroots, type of fishing, and all of these kayak fishermen, they wanted to get involved with all these guys, and as much as we did. So it was really cool to be able to partner with them, and they were like, well, let's give everybody a fishing rod. And I was like, man, that is awesome. I mean, I was looking for something, but that is awesome. So essentially, you buy in the tournament for $150, and you're going to get $100 13 Fishing Oath rod. Now, a lot of people are saying, 13 Fishing, they've been around, up and down, this and that. Their stuff wasn't that great. Well, Rapala bought 13 Fishing 3 years ago. They bought 51% of the company. Well, last year they finished the purchase and bought the whole entire company. So now you're going to get the backing of a gigantic company like Rapala, which is one of the biggest ones in the whole world. Yeah. You're going to get that backing into 13 Fishing, and you're going to see that in the quality of the products coming out from here on out. They're going to put a ton of money in R&D. They're going to expand the line. They're going to redo and reconstruct all of the products so that they come with the quality of what Rapala is all about. So that's the reason we were kind of like, before 13 Fishing, we got burned on them with those guys. They were kind of wishy-washy, but now we've been partnered with Dawa with Rapala, excuse me, for many, many years. And now they're going to bring this forward. We want to be involved with it from the ground roots up. And that's what we're doing. And nice. Every angler is going to get a 13 Fishing Oath rod valued at $100.
Yeah.
For the sign up. So now essentially your $150 that you paid, you're going to get a rod for that to keep. And it's part of that, man, you go out and have a bad day or you want to just try to get into fishing. You just want to try you want to try a kayak tournament. This is the event because essentially it's only costing you $50, in the long run, because you're getting a rod for it, and you're basically winning that rod if you have a bad day, like you can have, like I had today, which I don't know why I keep bringing that up. I'm beating myself up here.
Or you could land on them and win $10,000.
Or you can win $10,000. So the 2025 Susquehanna River Classic kayak tournament, we want this to be the biggest event on the Susquehanna River, and unlike some organizations where they pull a certain amount of money out of their entry fee, we're not. We're just taking a little bit for expenses to cover the expenses of the tournament, and the rest of it we're paying it out. So it's allowing us to give a first place prize of $10,000. Which crazy. Is a humongous.
It's huge
prize for any tournament. I don't care if it's a boat tournament, a kayak tournament, or whatever, but this is a $10,000 payout for first place. And you get to come on Tackle Shop Live and tell us how you win. So
nice.
All of our champions come on the show and tell us what they did. And don't worry, we pry every little bit out of them. So you guys will know exactly what's going on. But also, there's a total of over $18,000 being paid out. So we're going to pay down, second, third, fourth, all the way down as far as we can. I think right now we have it estimated at 15 spots. Maybe we'll go more.
Nice. I guess depending on how many people you have.
Yeah, we're going to get 150. Carlo.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Let's just face it. We're going to get 150 people. We're going to work hard at it. I'm new to this game, so I had to figure out the We're going to do it on Tourney X, which is I think one of the best.
Yeah, that's their main. That's their main app that we use.
Yep, and
Yep.
I got a chance to talk to those guys yesterday, and set
Dwayne
up
is a great guy. With
absolutely great people. They helped me through it. I set everything all up. Now I got to put all the details in as far as the rules and regulations. But basically, it's September the 20th. Lines in at 6 a.m. Lines out at 2 o'clock, and that's the way it's going to go. And we're going to have a registration on Friday at our store in Columbia, Pennsylvania. So you'll be able to come to the shop, get your boards checked, get your identifier for the day, and get your free rod at the store. And we'll have a tent there, and we'll have a bunch of specials going on in the store. So it'll be well worth the trip to come in. And then afterwards, the crowning ceremony, we're going to have some great door prizes we're going to give away. So, in the boat world, we call it wet track, and you fish a tournament, you don't do any good. You just jump in your truck and you just boogie home. We want you to come back to the store. We want you to hang out. I'm going to have a big tent up. We want you to hang out with everybody and get an opportunity to win some great door prizes and help us crown the champion for this tournament. So it's a big event. It's going to be a great time, and I'm wanting 150 boats. So everybody listening to this show, you better be signing up.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you don't want to miss this. This is going to be great.
As far as sign up, when will that be open? Do you know, Mike?
It's gonna happen like any day now. I was hoping to have it for open today. So when I came on your show, but like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm relying on a couple other people to help me out with the rules and regulations. Yeah. So we're gonna put all that. We got to plug all that in there and then open it up. So I appreciate everybody being patient with us, but it's gonna be well worth it in the long run. So I'm hoping, if not early this week, very, very early this week, Monday, Tuesday, for sure by Wednesday.
Yeah. And do you have an idea what the boundaries are going to be for this tournament?
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. So we set the boundaries, pretty big boundaries. We're going from Liverpool up on the upper river. Uh-huh. So you can launch at Liverpool and you can go however far you want to go.
North, you mean?
You can go north as far as you want to go.
Past Liverpool.
Yeah, you can't launch past the Liverpool boat ramp.
Right.
And you can fish wherever you want up there. And then on a Juniata, you can't launch past Amity Hall, but you can fish up the Juniata as far as you want to go in the Juniata. And the bottom boundary is Safe Harbor Dam. So we're going all the way down into our backyard. And I might even have some bonus money for somebody who wins it down in Columbia.
Wow.
Because I'm telling you, there's some big ones. There's some 20s down there at Carlisle.
Yeah.
There's some 20s swimming around down in Columbia, let me tell you.
Let me tell you something, Mike. There's 20s in the river everywhere, and I just can't seem to catch one.
Hey, don't beat yourself up on that because, it's not easy. It is not easy. It's a very difficult thing to do. I mean, there is 20s all over that river, but they are an absolute trophy fish. And I mean, you look at some of the guides that I work with, if they get, with all their trips that they do, if they get 10 to 15 a year, that's a lot. That's a lot out of all the thousands and thousands of fish that they catch. Yeah. If they get 10 to 15 a year, that's a lot of 20 inchers. So they're hard to get. I mean, 19s are a lot more common, as you well know. And that is a trophy. I don't care what anybody says. A 19-inch smallmouth on the Susquehanna River is an absolute trophy. Don't forget, Carlisle, we are spoiled freaking rotten.
I know.
We got the greatest river in the world in our backyard, and we expect 20 inchers. And I'm telling you, you go anywhere else in the country, it don't happen, buddy. It don't happen like that here.
Do they still do citations for them?
I don't think
that? Do you know if they do? What did it used to be? The size for a
It
citation?
used to be 20 inches.
20.
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't. I don't
I have a
probably
couple
did.
patches on my wall back there from
Oh, there you
the
go.
20 ones.
Yeah.
All right, Sean, don't rub it in.
Don't rub it in. Yeah.
I'm just playing. If anybody that's watching has any questions that we want to ask Mike about this upcoming kayak tournament, let us know.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Ooh, I
take a
know.
little.
I know what I was going to ask quick. Oh, well, I'll ask it after our.
Yeah, we're
commercial
gonna
break
take
here.
like a minute commercial break here, and then we're gonna get back in with Mike, and we'll probably be on for another 10 minutes. So if anybody watching, think of some questions, and we'll ask for you.
Right on.
Be right back.
All right, guys, welcome back to Chasing the 20 Inchers. We have special guest Mike Acord here to talk about the big upcoming SFT Kayak Classic on the Susquehanna River. I do have a question for you, Mike. Since the Friday before the 20th, okay?
Yeah.
Say you have some people that work second shift. Can they come into the shop early and get their board checked on Friday?
I think we're going to work a lot of that stuff out. There's not going to be a problem. You know, we're going to make this as easy as possible for everybody.
Yeah.
That's what we do. It's not going to be a challenge to fish this tournament. It's going to be, we're going to make it very accommodating. So whatever we have to do, we want you guys to fish the tournament. And, that's what we're going to do. So we have Mike Reinhold, which everybody knows Mike Reinhold. He started working for us a little while ago, and he's been very, very helpful with this. He's been guiding me through this a lot. I was going to say,
if you need info,
he's just the greatest guy. I've known Mike for a long, long time, and he's very knowledgeable in the tournaments. He's very fair and he's very honest, and I relied on him a lot for setting this tournament up, rules and regulations wise. Also, I'm working with Charles Daldery, who is our Rapala representative, who does 13 fishing for us. And he's a kayak guy. He fished a Kobe series for many, many years. And he's a big time kayaker too. So he's helping me out a lot with the registration. So he's going to have that all up on Tourney X for us. I thought he was going to get it done today, but I don't know. He didn't.
Well, this is going to be an awesome event for everyone.
Hey, I do want to say something to you, Carlisle, and Sean. I'm sorry. You had a picture on there of JP Poole.
Yeah.
Earlier, and he's a great kid, and he is taken up by fishing. I mean, he is just overtaken by it. He's just going fishing all the time, and it's great to see that. Well, his father, Mike Poole, worked with us for over 15 years at our shop and passed away a few years ago. And I remember Mikey always telling me, Poolsy would go, yeah, my boys, I invite them to go fishing with me all the time, but I tell them we're hitting the water at 6 o'clock. And if you're not there at 6 o'clock, the boat ain't going to be there at 6:01. and all those years, those boys they couldn't get out of bed to go fishing but a few times a year with them. But now you see JP just tearing it up.
Oh, he's ate up with it.
He's crazy with it. So
he was on our show, our last show.
Oh,
he told his story about, when his father passed away. I guess his mom or somebody was asking him if they wanted the boat and the fishing rods and stuff like that. And I guess he kept one fishing rod, and then one day he decided to go out and fish, and now he's hooked.
Yeah,
and he's a good fisherman. He catches good fish.
Oh yeah, he catches them. He's got it. His dad was a great fisherman. His dad and I fished together many, many times, and he was just a great fisherman. Loved it. He also just absolutely loved the river. not just the fishing, but he loved being outdoors and he loved the river, and it was just a treasure to fish with him, and it's just a great time. But when I saw JP's picture on there, I'm like, oh man, I gotta tell people about Mikey.
Yeah, he's a regular. He's a regular that sends photos every time.
Yeah, that's great. Well, now
we only.
Now his dad's up in heaven and just smiling down on him. I guarantee you, just saying, "Boy, I told you you're gonna like it. I told you you're gonna like it. You just had to get out of bed."
For sure, man. So, I think you guys are going to have no issue getting 150 anglers. I'm sure there's going to be people traveling from all over the place in the United States to come fish this.
That's
I was going to ask, are you guys allowing motors, I'm assuming?
We're allowing everything. I wanted to allow canoes, but everybody jumped on me about canoes. Like I said, I'm the kind of person that wants to give everybody the opportunity to fish this tournament. And but I guess there was some conflict with canoes. I don't know.
That's interesting. I don't know.
See why?
Yeah, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I'm telling you, I was all for it. But anyway, paddle. I know there's some controversy with paddles and motors, but you know what? If you're a paddle guy, you're gonna do fine. You're gonna go out there and fish the way you fish. You're gonna do fine.
There's people do it a lot and do well. So
yeah, there's a lot of people that are paddle guys, and they're hammers. They're absolute. Yeah. A lot of the guys with motors now, we're paddle guys, and they've caught them. So I don't think it's a huge advantage to have a motor. It makes life easier. And as an older guy, I guess I would love to have a motor on my boat because I don't have the power like I used to. But hey. It's open to everybody. It's open to everything. And we want a lot of people here. We want a lot of people to enjoy this. We want a lot of people to take advantage of this tournament. And we're going to do it the way SFT does it. We're going to do it with a lot of fun. We're going to give you added value with the rod, and we are going to make a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we can tell you guys really want to get a lot of people into fishing because, like, especially with the SummerSlam, your buy-in is to buy whatever. I forget the amount, but
yes,
tackle.
$250 purchase in fishing tackle, and it's for two people, so they split that. It's not like one person has to buy it, but it's split up, and now nobody ever spends $250. Our average buy is way over that, and it's tackle you're going to buy anyway. It's that new rod you were going to get, that new reel you're going to get. Now it's an entry for a tournament, and for that tournament we pay out over I think over $8,000 for that in that tournament, and that's all from sponsorships. So Shimano, G Loomis, Jacqueline Power Pro, they're so good to us, and they work with us so well. And then George and I, we throw in some money out of the purchase of the entry fee. We throw some in there because we want it to be special, So and that's the way we
wish I had a boat.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Hey man, we welcome kayakers over on our side.
Oh yeah. Wow.
we need a live well. You got to put a live well on
Yeah.
the kayak.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only problem.
Yeah. It'd be kind of hard to keep fish alive in a kayak.
Yeah. Well, that's why, honestly, that's why we're doing the kayak tournament, because, we had that issue with the SummerSlam. The guys were always asking if we could run a separate kayak division during it, So, we were like, well, no, but why don't we just do a tournament? And last year, I was going to do it last year, but I couldn't get the sponsorship taken care of and the way I wanted to. People wanted to do it, but it wasn't the way I wanted to do it. So,
and I'm sure after the first year, you guys it's gonna be twice as better next year.
Oh yeah, people are going to talk about
more
this.
sponsors and everything. So
I'm hoping. I'm just hoping to be able to just continue this on, because get more people involved and more people into fishing and more people into to checking out our river. Our river. People
we're spoiled.
Our local people don't even get it. You know how many people live here that don't even realize what we have in our backyard? They have no clue.
Yeah.
And that it's always baffled me. we should be, in the top 5 rivers in the whole country, if not the top river in the whole country for what we are. Honestly,
Yeah.
It should be. And I think if they were rating rivers again, I think you'll see Susquehanna being the top one on there, because it's just a special place, and we're very lucky to have it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I didn't see any questions from anybody, so I guess
we did such a great job answering them
Yeah.
all before they even had to ask it.
Yeah.
But listen, stand by for Tourney X. Tourney
Yeah.
X is coming. Don't worry, all that's going to happen. And there's nothing special you have to do. You just go on there, you sign up, and you're in the tournament. And then all you got to do is come to registration and have the proper measuring board, and that's it.
Oh, that's a good question to ask
it's
you.
Pretty simple.
Don't
ask me what kind of
what boards,
board, because I'm not 100% sure.
the normal for most of the big trails is a catch board, or what's the other one, Sean? The Yak Attack one.
The new Yak Attack.
So
I think it was the
boards.
first one you said. I think it was the first one.
That makes sense. That's that's the industry.
But there's a lot of people out there that use the Yak Attack leaderboard too, that is legal in most trails now. So I think you would want to go with those two.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have a problem with that.
And Mike knows all about that stuff. So.
Yeah. They talked about that. We wrote that in our rules. I just forget exactly what we discussed and who we were going to allow or whatever. But yeah, man, we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to having a good old time with it, and we're going to put a great weigh-in. We're going to have a nice weigh-in. It's going to be pretty special. We're gonna put it live on our social media, so people that aren't around the area can see the weigh-in and see what it's all about, and then the champion, like I said, the champion will come on Tackle Shop Live the following week on Thursday and tell us how they did it, how they caught the big ones.
Yeah.
Hey, Carlisle, what was the winning bait for your tournament, brother? You want to go there? Come on, man, bust it out.
I was just going to tell him we need to have SFT stock them up.
So I videoed my whole day yesterday. I have all the footage, and I'm not putting a video out on my YouTube channel until September 22nd.
Okay.
Or September 21st, one of those days.
Yep, 21st. You'll put that out there and let everybody know.
And
September
my question, 21st is my birthday, so I'm hoping to.
So here's a fishing question, because we're all fishing heads. What made you decide to go and fish where you ended up fishing? Was it something from history? Was it?
Nope. Never fished there.
I was going to say, I thought
you're not going to believe me when I tell you this, Mike. I pre-fished Friday at a different spot south from where I went, and I came home from pre-fish, and I only caught 3 fish pre-fishing, and they were all dinks, and it wasn't the spot. It wasn't good. So I came home. I was talking to my wife, and I said, I don't even know if I'm going to sign up for this tournament, because I don't know where to go. And she goes, well, why don't you go to so-and-so? And I was like, okay. That's where I went.
No way.
I swear to God, Mike.
Did she get a cut of the winnings then?
My wife grew up in Duncannon. So she's kind of has like, a little bit of river rat in her. And she put me on the spot. She put me on the spot.
Your wife is great, man. She is so great. And she put you on the fish.
Yeah.
So of course you gave her half the money.
Oh, I gave her all the money.
Oh, there you go, buddy.
So.
Well, that's a perplexing question, because, and that right there is, when you hear people say they had a horrible practice and they would go out and win a tournament, that's something that's very common.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's a very common thing you hear out there, because you're going to some place that you didn't practice, so you don't expect anything, and you fish totally different from that.
Yeah.
And
I couldn't believe it.
You were fishing wide open yesterday. You were fishing that you didn't know anything.
No,
didn't have
had
any
no history there.
Exactly.
So I did what I just did what I thought I needed to do.
That's how easy fishing is, Carlisle. That's all there is to it.
And you know what? Sometimes we go out there and struggle, and we're like, we spin out, we don't know what the heck's going on, and we don't know what to throw, and we don't we can't find any fish. Kind of like,
well, more times than not.
Yeah.
So more times than not, too much information.
That's the thing. Like anybody could sign up for this kayak tournament that you guys are throwing and win.
Everybody says, everybody said, oh man, you're going to have the big hammers come up. This guy's going to come. This guy's going to come. Man, listen, fishing. One thing I learned from fishing and all the tournaments that we've done over the years, anybody can win. The Bassmaster Classics that my brother fished, Brian Kerschel won one of them. The only Federation angler to ever win a Bassmaster Classic. I mean, anybody can win any tournament.
Yeah,
and that's what I love about tournament fishing. It's I mean, if you're good, you're good. You're going to catch fish, but anybody could have that great day like you had yesterday.
Yeah,
and anybody can win that tournament. I mean, you were up against some stiff hammers, some people that you were worried about, and you didn't think, but you just went out and you went fishing and you had a good time, and you had that mental set that you didn't have any history. You just went fishing.
And
that's how you win tournaments.
Two of my pretty close friends, excuse me a second. So yesterday morning, two of my really good friends, Mickey Forbes and Larry Okonski, they messaged me. They were messaging me, and Mickey messaged me in the morning, and he said, remember, go out there and have fun and go fishing. No pressure. Exactly. No pressure at all. And Larry messaged me I think it was 9 o'clock when I had like 92 inches or something like that. And he said to me, dude, you're doing good. Like, just keep fishing, keep your head down and keep doing what you're doing. And if it wasn't for those two, doing that and sending me them messages to keep my head straight while I was fishing, or even before I was fishing, I don't know what would have happened.
You would have done. You'd have done it, buddy. You would have just kept fishing. You'd have kept grinding, and having a good time, and you would have been just fishing the day, fishing the moment. Ike and Ellie, fishing the moment. That's so true, man. Just never give up. Two things he's great for: never give up and fish in the moment. That guy has preached that to us for 15 years or 30 years now. This is his 30th year fishing tournaments. And I love that about him. I love how simple that is, how that can really resonate with all the anglers and stuff. So, great stuff. But congratulations on that, man. That's a big time win.
Oh, it was great. I mean, I've been fishing with these guys, these sticks, and most of the time, mid pack, I've been finishing. And then yesterday to win, it was just wow, this is awesome.
Yeah. So anybody listening, don't worry about who's coming. Don't worry about who's in the tournament. Don't worry about anything. Just come and experience our river. Come and experience smallmouth fishing like you've never had before, because that's what we have on the Susquehanna River is smallmouth fishing like you've never experienced. You are going to catch a ton of fish. It's just trying to find those that 100 inches. That's what you're looking for, and they're there. There's tons of them out there, and we want you to come and experience the beauty of the Susquehanna River, the beautiful nature we have, the pristine waters that we have, and the awesome smallmouth fishing. That's what we want.
Yep. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Hey, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah. All right. Mike, we appreciate you coming on. We appreciate what you do for all the fishermen that live around the Susquehanna River, and the ones that come from other states to visit your store. You guys got an awesome store there in Columbia.
Appreciate
just about anything and everything you would need to go out and catch fish. They have it in the store. Also, if you want to
mention it, if you want to mention the website you know. And,
Yeah. I mean, we just launched a new website here just recently, sfttackle.com. We're real proud of it. It's a long time working process, and we've been online for 20 years, but with this latest addition, it brings us up into the big game. You know, we have just a wonderful site, and we have an 800 number. You guys can call us anytime if you have any kind of questions about anything. Just give us a call. You'll get me, you'll get George, you'll get one of our awesome staff that we have working for us to answer your questions. If they don't know the answer, they'll grab me or George, and we'll try to figure out how to answer your questions for you, and help you out with whatever we can. If you get into the Columbia, Pennsylvania area, or you're driving by and you're 30, 40, 50 minutes kind of out of your way, it's worth it. Stop in.
Absolutely.
See us, talk to us. We love you guys, man. We love talking with you guys. And we just appreciate all of our customers so much. And if you get an opportunity, jump on Thursday nights, 7 o'clock, and watch Tackle Shop Live. It's a show just like this. It's fishing, it's talking fishing, it's learning, it's tackle. We're tackle junkies, so we love talking about tackles. We have a great tackle segment, and then keep watching Carlisle and Sean with chasing the 20 inchers. Man, I love this show. Sir. It's great. You guys are doing a fantastic job, and I really appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming on and talking to us. I wanted to let you know, I'm bronzeback bassing on when you see bronzeback.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I didn't know if you knew that, because I don't want you to think that I don't watch the show anymore because it's not Carlisle on there anymore.
Oh, you mean you're bronzeback bassing now?
Yeah, that's my YouTube channel.
Ah, cool.
Yeah. So
on Tackle Shop Live, when it shows up in bronzeback bass.
I got you, Carlisle.
Yeah.
So what did I used to call? What did I used to call you?
He used to call me Charlie all the time. Every time I came in the show, hey Charlie, how you doing?
I used to say, Charlie, man, how you doing? Yeah. Thanks for stopping in. And one day he comes in the shop and he says to me, he says, hey, just so you know, my name's Carlisle. I'm like, oh no, man. I'm sorry, brother. But you know what? You know me. I botch everybody's names, and that's
me too.
That is my MO, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's just the way I am.
Yeah. It's a good character to have, Mike, because I'm the same way.
Yeah, you're right. Well, thank you guys so much.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on the show. And I didn't see any more questions in the comments, so I think everybody's pretty happy with what you got going on with this tournament. So, Mike, thanks again. We appreciate you. We'll see you soon, buddy.
Thanks you guys.
For everything.
Thanks for having me on.
No problem. Thanks, Mike.
Righto. Bye now.
All right, Sean. So I guess all the questions were answered, really, because nobody really say anything. I know I had a couple people ask me, some questions, but for the most part, I think Mike answered everything.
And I'm sure they will probably do another Tackle Shop Live and cover it pretty much once they get everything set in stone. So
yeah, I'm sure once they get everything set in stone and it's on 20X, all the rules and everything will be on there. So there shouldn't be any more questions asked.
Yep.
So we want to thank everybody for coming on tonight and watching the show. Until next time, we'll see you guys.
Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to the Paddle and Fin Podcast Network. We hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget, for future shows, like, follow, share, and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you check out our individual channels and accounts too. Want to be a guest on one of our shows and talk of adventures, gear, or products? Contact us. Thank you for watching The Noob Show with Matt Gibson, Chasing the Tide with Dustin Nichols, The Rusty Hook with John Rapp, The River Run with Adam Fraser Pross, May Contain Fishing with Daniel Woodcock, Chasing the 20s with Carlisle Esterly and Sean Lavery, Friday Night Bites with Brian Schiller. Thanks for tuning into the Paddle and Fin Network. Subscribe and always wear your PFD.